If you're not on a budget and you're going for dirty December, then this video is not for you. This is for people who are on a budget and looking for ways to not break their bank. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I am happy that you're back again. I am happy that you're here. If you're here to subscribe to my channel, please do well to subscribe. I want you to become a member of this family. I want to say of this channel, of this family. Okay, we are growing. I want to get to know you as you get to know me. My name is Joy. I am a Nigerian living in Canada, and today we are going to talk about how to travel on a budget. Can you imagine you're looking to travel for maybe for business, maybe for pleasure, or maybe for family reason, and you are on a tight budget? What can you do? What are the steps that you can take to still travel, enjoy yourself, enjoy your stay, do all the things that you want to do without breaking your bank, without going on a credit? Okay, I know that a lot of people who go from Nigeria to Canada, which is a credit driven economy, from Nigeria, that is not a credit driven economy, to here, they find it difficult to understand the credit system and how to stay out of debt. As somebody who have lived here for over 20 years, I'm going to tell you the ways that I travel. It is based on my own experience, but I hope by sharing, you will be able to pick one or two things. If I didn't mention anything, all the things, and you have some tips, remember to leave your tips in the comment section. I want to come down there because a lot of people still learn from the comment section. So leave me your comment in the comment section, okay? Thank you so much for doing that. So today I have a list. I made a list, okay? I went on and I made a list. I have a list so that I am not going to talk out of topic too much as I normally do. So I am going to be sharing with you how I have traveled. I don't have a lot of money. I travel every now and then, but I have maintained not taking out so much credit or paying so much out of my budget. So, number one way to travel without breaking your bank is to have a budget. You need to know your budget depending on where you're traveling to. Have a budget of how much you're going to spend. Give yourself a range. Between this and this will be your range, and make sure that your range are not too far away. Don't have, okay, from $1,000 to $10,000. The range is too far. Maybe give yourself a range of 1,000 to 1,500, 1,000 to 1,200. So the range is not too far. So that's number one, okay, having a budget. Number two is, how do you stay within that budget? You have to give yourself a realistic budget, but then you have to stay within that budget. It's not okay for you to give yourself a budget and then you see yourself being outside of the budget all the time. We're not going to do that. Number two is planning your trip ahead of time. Unless it's an emergency. If it's not an emergency and you know you're going to travel, start planning your trip ahead of time. For instance, if you're going to do a passport or travel document, plan ahead of time to get that out of the way so that you're not rushing by the end and you have to request for emergency passport, emergency travel document. Emergency travel document cost you more. So when you plan, you are accomplishing your task ahead of time. You're not paying extra for things that you wouldn't have paid extra for. Okay, so that way you're still within your budget. When you plan ahead of time, in terms of planning, also buy your ticket on time. And when it comes to buying your ticket on time, let me tell you, I've watched a lot of people complain about their ticket being domestic ticket in Nigeria and being so high. When you're planning to travel, plan to travel outside of the rush time. You know, there's a travel period, for instance, during festive season, December time, from third week, second week, all the way to January is peak travel season. So you have to expect that your cost of travel, transportation, whether it's by bus or whether it's by air, is going to be more expensive. But if you plan ahead of time, let's say like 4 months, 3 months, if you buy your ticket 4 months, 3 months prior to your travel date, you are going to save a lot of money. I have done that myself, so I am speaking from experience. It's not just in Nigeria, it is even international flight. The closer to your date of travel, the more expensive that ticket becomes. This particular travel that I did in January of last year, I bought my ticket also, my ticket from Canada to Abuja. I bought it way ahead of time. The ticket that we took from Abuja to Enugu, this was in January. January is not peak time. So number one is, if you plan your trip, if it's not an emergency trip, or unless if you're not on a budget. If you're not on a budget and you're going for 30 December, then this video is not for you. This is for people who are on a budget and looking for ways to not break their bank. So when I bought my ticket, I bought 4 tickets, domestic flight, air peace ticket. I paid, how much did I pay? I paid around $400. That's return ticket for 4 seats. 400 Canadian dollars, okay, not US dollars. The exchange rate at that time was around 1,080 something dollars, but let me just use $1,080, okay, just to make it an even number. So if that is the cost, let me do the math. Is going to be, I'm going to tell you. So it's $400, 400 times 1,080, 1,000 is 432,000. So 432,000 naira, okay, and then if you divide that by 4, that's like 108,000 per seat. Okay, remember this is for going to Enugu and coming back. The same time that I was searching and I found this particular ticket, I searched other place. I used this website called Kayak, Kayak, and I use it to search. It will search different websites and it will give you the price from lowest to highest. And from, you have to filter your search, but it will give you the information that they found on that particular day. So I also went to another airline. I'm not going to mention the name of the airline. I went to another airline to check on their website, and guess how much they were selling their tickets? They were selling their tickets one way around 250,000. So going and coming back will cost like 500,000. That's more than what I paid for 4 seats. And I'm like, what is the difference? It's just one way. I'm trying to make is that you need to search. Don't just go to one airline because you're used to that airline and book your ticket. You might be missing out a lot. So go and search. If you want to use this Kayak is not sponsoring this video. I hope they will sponsor it. If you want to use it, or if you have any other app or any other website that you use in searching, go and search yourself. You don't need ticket agent to buy your ticket. Go and search and book your ticket. That's how I have done it all the time. I've never used a ticket agent, but this is how I have done it. Compare. You're not loyal to one provider. Compare different providers and choose the one that is within your budget. Okay, we are talking about people who are traveling on a budget. If you're so flamboyant and you want to give your money to people who are already rich, you want to use your empty bucket to fill somebody's bucket that is already full, it's up to you. I am just giving you my experience, and I'm just telling you what I do to save money when I am planning to travel. I think that's all. That's all that I have. Those are the points that I have. It has always served me. I hope you picked up something here. Number 1, have a budget. Number 2, Plan ahead and start. When you plan ahead and you give yourself time, as you are making those expenses. For instance, if you do your travel documents, you will be able to, if you put it on your credit, you'll be able to pay it off before your next purchase, before you make another purchase. Let's say you do your travel document first, and then the next you want to do, buy your ticket. You have already paid off your travel document, and then the next one, and then the next thing. Because traveling, especially when you're traveling from abroad to Nigeria, it's not cheap. It is not cheap at all. So do all these things ahead of time. You give yourself time to not rush, to not be in a panic. Again, budget, plan ahead of time, compare different places. Okay, don't just stay with one provider. You don't have money to be dashing people when you don't need to be dashing people money. Okay, there are plenty of people to give money to in Nigeria. When you go to Nigeria, you find a lot of people to give that need money, that you need to give that money to. Don't go and give it to airline or give it to health or a hotel or whatever. When you plan your trip ahead of time, for instance, the Airbnb, plan it ahead of time and pay for it. If you're going to stay in a hotel and you go and book the hotel the day you land, you're going to pay a lot of money. So planning, budgeting, planning, and comparing different providers is going to save you tons and tons of money. For instance, this airline, domestic airline in Nigeria, one airline was selling tickets, return tickets for 500,000, 500,000 to go and come back, while the other airline sold four seats for less than the amount the other airline was offering for one seat. So you can imagine, if I had just gone to their airline and paid, I would have lost a lot of money. Same thing when it comes to hotel. I stayed in an Airbnb. The reason why I stayed in the Airbnb instead of a hotel was because it was more cost effective. I got a lot of space, two bedrooms, two and a half baths, a living room, and a kitchenette for the same price that I would have paid in a hotel. Another thing is also, don't go and stay in a luxurious place if you don't need to. There are other places that you can stay instead of staying in a hotel. If you're not comfortable staying in a budget hotel, choose Airbnb as an alternative. They have lots and lots of good Airbnb. You have the higher end Airbnb, you have the low end one, and then you have the middle one. I stayed in the middle one. It wasn't high end, it wasn't low end, but I was comfortable where I stayed. So those are the things that you can look into when you're planning to travel, so that you don't break your budget. Make the budget and stay within the budget, and travel outside of travel rush. When everybody want to travel, there's travel season, whether it's summertime, whether it's Christmas time, there's always travel season. If you don't have to travel during travel season, don't travel during the travel season. If you don't have to, if it's not an emergency, plan your trip ahead of time. It's going to save you a lot of money. Anyways, that's all the point I have for you in this particular video. I hope that you enjoyed it, that you grabbed something from it. If you have a way that you have traveled, okay, that I haven't mentioned here, please leave it in the comment section. I am going to see you in the next video. Until then, please stay safe and remain blessed. Mwah.